Welcome to Talking Crue, an unofficial Motley Crue podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Humphrey, where I talk all things in the world of Motley Crue. This is episode 84 this week, Brides of Destruction. Here come the Brides album review. But first, this week in Motley news, quite a bit of it. Happy birthday to John Corabi. His birthday was this past Saturday, so happy birthday, John Corabi. Happy 32nd anniversary to the Vince Neil solo album Exposed, released on April the 27th, 1993. I talk about this album on the Vince Neil series, which is episode 54, so in case you missed that, go check that one out. And happy 9th anniversary to the 6 a.m. album, Prayers for the Damned, Volume 1. I will do an episode on this album in the Nikki Sixx series, which we are currently doing right now. So stay tuned for that. John Corabi is back in the news as well. He was a guest on a podcast called Rock Pit, where he talks about the new Dead Daisies album, Looking for Trouble. I will post it in the comment section down below and on the Talking Crue Facebook page. Nikki is in the news this week. He posted on Monday on Instagram, summer off, a few shows in Vegas, and a few more shows in 2026. So to me, this is freaking fantastic news, because I was kind of wondering what's the plans for Motley Crue next year. So we do, or at least this is what he says now, that there will be shows in 2026. And he's also in the news after I posted last week's episode. He posted a picture on Instagram and his other social medias last Friday of him on a horse with a bass guitar. It says, Bandits, Amazon Prime, Don't Shoot the Messenger, the first single. Now, what this actually means, I have no idea. Is there a song that he's recorded or wrote on this show, Bandits? I've never even heard of this, but I do have Amazon Prime, and I will definitely check it out. Plus, if I find out some more news on this, I will let you guys know. Motley Crue celebrated a 1-year anniversary for the band. 1981, aka Motley Crue, played a show at the Bowery Ballroom in New York City on April the 29th, 2024. And then yesterday, May the 1st, Motley Crue did another anniversary to the music video Too Young to Fall in Love, which was released to MTV on May the 1st, 1984, 41 years ago, which blows my mind how fast time is flying on this. And that's it in Motley news. If you hear all that bumming stuff, that is not me, that's my neighbor. He waits until I get home and then starts blasting that garbage, but so bear with me here. Alright, so here we go. Let's talk about episode 84, Brides of Destruction, Here Come the Brides. Album review is what I'm going to be talking about this week. On this week's episode, I thought I'd continue on with what I'm calling the Nikki Sixx series, where I'm talking all things about Nikki Sixx. I started it last week on episode 83, 58's Die for a New America album review. And that leads us to this week's episode. So let's go timeline on how we got to this point. After the 58 album was released, Motley Crue released New Tattoo album, which I talk about on episode 25. So in case you missed that album review, go back and check that out. Plus they did a tour in 2000. Then the band just went on hiatus. In fact, they just went totally quiet. In fact, I talk about that on the New Tattoo album or after. And the band just went totally quiet. No explanation what was going on or anything. Vince started doing solo shows. Mick went MIA, missing in action. Then there was rumors in magazines that Nikki teamed up with guitarist Tracy Guns from the band LA Guns to put together a side project band and write some songs. Now, Tracy Guns has got a really interesting story. In fact, I kind of wish that he would write a book. But he had a band called LA Guns, and then he met a guy by the name of W. Axl Rose, and they decided to form a band. And they called the band Guns N' Roses. Now, Tracy and Axl didn't really see eye to eye, although they wrote some songs. Then Tracy ended up leaving and reformed LA Guns. And then, of course, Axl brings in Slash, and the rest is history. So, yeah, like I said, I wish Tracy would write a book, but I would definitely grab it. So, there's your timeline. So, let's go some info and facts about this. The original band members of this were Nikki Sixx, our boy of Motley Crue, Nikki Sixx, Tracy Guns on lead guitar, London LeGrand on vocals, Chris Coles on drums. He is from, I'm going to try to pronounce this, Adma, A-D-E-M-A, I never even heard of. John Corabi on rhythm guitar. In fact, he plays on this album, the whole entire thing, on rhythm guitar. Now, in 2003, John and Chris actually leave the band. But Chris also is part of this album. He plays 4 songs on it. I Got a Gun, Natural Born Killers, Revolution, and Only Get So Far. So they brought in Scott Coogan, that's C-O-O-G-A-N, on drums. He's from bands like Antenna. He played with Vanilla Ice, and he is the current drummer for the Ace Frehley solo band. They signed with Sanctuary Records, which had bands like Anthrax, Biohazard, Dio, Europe, Tesla, etc. The album was recorded at Clown Studios. That's the Clown as in K, that starts with the K instead of the C, in Santa Monica, California. It was produced by Steve-O Bruno, who's produced Five Finger Death Punch and Adler's Appetite. The album was released March the 9th, 2004. It peaked at number 92 on the Billboard 200. Like I've said during the Tommy Lee and the Vince Neil series, especially around this time, anytime it's charted is a great thing, especially around this time. They released 1 single and music video, Shut the F Up. Now, how many copies has this album sold? I can't find an answer to this. If you know, write me a comment down below. Now, I do know this. This album is actually out of print. So, if you can find a copy of this, I urge you to grab it today, if you can. Alright, so there's your info and facts. Now, let's go track by track on Brides of Destruction, Here Come the Brides album. Song number 1 is called Shut the F Up. It starts off with some backwards talking, then Nikki thumping on a bass. Then the song just blasts off as London sings. Great rock and groove, great lyrics, catchy chorus, great guitar solo by Tracy. Absolutely fantastic rock and roll song. Like I said, it's a punch in the face. It's so freaking good. I love it. Song number 2 is I Don't Care. Begins with the guitar riff, then kicks right in. London singing is great on this one. Great lyrics, catchy chorus, solo is great. There's a kind of a stop and start reaction kind of part in the song. It's a really great song. Song number 3 is I Got a Gun. Starts off with guitar playing, then slowly comes in as London starts to sing. It picks up on the chorus and then back down on the verses, so it's a roller coaster kind of a song. Lyrics and chorus are actually really good, as well as the guitar solo. To me, this is just an okay song. I like different versions, so there's your little hint for next week. Song number 4 is 2 Times Dead. It's the number 2 and the letter X are side by side, so 2 Times Dead. Begins with a guitar and drum beat, then kicks right in. London singing is very good on this one. Fantastic lyrics, catchy chorus, fantastic guitar solo by Tracy on this one. There's a little bit of a breakdown where London's singing and Nikki's playing bass alongside him. Then it slowly builds back up. Fantastic rock song. It's so freaking good. Song number 5 is Brace Yourself. Begins with London singing, a little bit of guitar playing underneath. It has this kind of old record player sound to it. I think of not Stick to Your Gun, Ride, Cowboy Ride, the Bon Jovi song on the New Jersey. It has kind of like that mono kind of sound to it, which is actually really good. And then it just rocks. Great lyrics, catchy chorus. There's this interesting guitar sound, which is really cool. Love this song. It's so freaking good. Song number 6 is Natural Born Killers. This one kicks right in. London's vocals on this one is absolutely fantastic. Now, to me, there's a little bit of sounds of kind of an Oasis thing kind of going on in this song, which to me is great because I do like Oasis, especially those first 3 albums. Lyrics are fantastic, catchy chorus, great short guitar solo, short and sweet. This song is so good. There's a little bit of a kind of towards the end of the song, a little bit of a Black Sabbath kind of feel to it, which is really cool. Song number 7 is called Life. Starts off with a little bit of guitar playing, and this one's got Scott, the drummer, singing on vocals on this one. There's a great rocking song as it builds up, then it slows back down. So again, it's another one of those roller coaster during the verses, and then the lyrics are great and chorus. I really like this one a lot. I like this song Life. Song number 8 is Revolution. Begins with some guitar distortion with the guitar playing on the top. Then it just takes off. It slows down a little bit as London sings the verses, then back up on the chorus. Again, another one of those roller coaster kind of songs. Fantastic lyrics, catchy chorus. There's a breakdown part where London talks. Then there's this fantastic guitar solo by Tracy. Then the song picks right back up, and then another breakdown with some guitar sound and Nicky playing on bass. You can really hear his bass playing on this one. Really cool ending. A fantastic song. Song number 9 is Only Get So Far. It starts with the band playing sort of softly as London sings. Absolutely fantastic lyrics, catchy chorus. It's almost kind of a ballad on this album. Fantastic guitar solo by Tracy. Love this song. It's one of those songs you definitely need to check out. It's so freaking good. And that's the album. So let's rate this 1 out of 10. 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. I'm actually going to give this album a 10. I absolutely love this album. I still listen to it. I listened to it all week this week at work. It is so freaking good. Now, I do have one least favorite song. I Got a Gun. I don't know. I just can't. I don't skip it. I still sing along to it when I listen to it. But the other version that I really like a whole lot better. So wait on that. So favorite song or songs? It's the rest of the album. Shut the F Up, I Don't Care, 2 Times Dead, Brace Yourself, Natural Born Killers, Life, Revolution, Only Get So Far. The other 8 are freaking fantastic. I love them. Alright, so that leads us to homework this week. You rate this album. 1 out of 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. What's your favorite song or songs, and what's your least favorite song or songs off of this album? And that's it for this week. Next week, I'm going to continue on with the Nikki 6 series with episode 85, Brides of Destruction live in Clifton Park, New York, 2004 review. and that's next week. I can't wait to talk about this concert. It is absolutely freaking fantastic. If you know anybody that's a Motley Crue fan, likes to talk about Motley Crue, hear about Motley Crue, send them this way. Hit that share button, copy the link, and send it to them. Tell them to go on Google, Firefox, YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, and type in Talking Crue. All the episodes will pop up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button yourself and give me a thumbs up. That helps out the podcast a whole lot, and I greatly appreciate it. I want to welcome all my new subscribers, right through YouTube, Facebook, and Spotify. Welcome. I want to thank everybody who's gave me thumbs ups and done homework questions. I really appreciate that. Love doing it. And that's it. I will see you guys next Friday, and hopefully all this noise that you hear behind me will not be here next week either. And but I will be back next Friday, and you just took a ride on the wild side.